Hey, Rigor here. We're back working another week on the Grady White, making progress, cutting out all the rot. This kind of a continuation of last week, but I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Okay, here's a progress report. Well, we still worked over here. I've on the starboard side, I've cut out the floor, and guess what? Pretty much like the other side, the floor drain's missing. I've got some of those, but I have to cut some more floor out to replace the floor drain. Down here, got most of the wood out. And I've kind of cleaned up around the bottom, and around here I've trimmed back some of the wood. I've still got to do a little more, and then I've got to get the angle grinder out, put the sander disc on it, and start doing a little grinding. I also had a bad section of flooring. I took this out. It was all wet. There was a crack in the deck, and they used some strange plywood here. It's like a parquet floor. Don't know why they do that, but I've got to dig all this out and put in. There's the piece of flooring that came out. I've got to dig the wood out and replace that section of floor. Okay, that's the progress so far. Now here's something you might find interesting. There's a tube right here, and part of it's missing, and it goes up. It's basically a piece of plastic plumbing pipe, goes right up into the nose of the boat. I'm going to assume, since this was the coffin for the front tank, that was to take water from the nose of the boat to the bilge. I have no idea why that's broken. My thought is, since I'm not putting more than 90 gallons of gas in this boat, I'm going to take this out, since this will remain empty. Let me kind of turn around here. I'm thinking here's the bulkhead for the gas tank coffin, and what I need is this tube to be cut off so that water drains and taking it to the bilge. Now, you don't want to have access from the gas tank area to the bilge. You don't want gas going into the bilge. That's a potential boom problem. So I don't know if any of you are interested in how gas tanks and boats are set up, but that's my thought. I'm going to cut it off right in front of that bulkhead, and I'm going to take it out. A little more progress. I did some cutting yesterday on the dash. If you can see, some of it is out. I still need to remove the inside right there. I've got part of this cut, but it doesn't want to, I mean, this is loose, but this doesn't want to come out yet. But I'm thinking of removing this, of course taking that out, and also down here removing this. And that will be the location for the new instrument panel, kind of coming down in this area right here. I'll build up this side and that side, and then put flat screen and switches mounted in this area. Well, I'm sitting here. These are pieces of the floor I've cut out. As you see, this is the flange right here, where the hatch goes. Normally, I just put a new piece of flooring in. All it is a couple layers of 1708, but here, I think I'm going to reuse this, the parts here where the flanges are. And what I've got is bad wood along in here. So I've made cuts with the blades there, and I'm going to try and pry these off. So I've got my earmuffs on here, so I won't go deaf, and I'll be able to hear my wife when she talks, which is difficult most times. And I'm going to basically use these tools, the pry bar, the grinder, and the vibrating tools to take all this bad wood off. Now see, this is part of a, it's like squares of plywood. I have no idea why they use these instead of a regular piece of plywood, unless they're trying to use up scraps. Now, not that I want to deny you the sound of listening to the vibrating tool. What I'm trying to do is take the wood. There's a lip right at the edge, and I'm trying to get the wood out of that edge, and then also cut up the fiberglass over the rotted wood. That's what I'm doing now. The idea here is I want to cut the fiberglass on the inside without going through hitting the top side fiberglass. Now I'm doing two things here. One is I'm grinding the wood off of the fiberglass, and you see that if you get most of the wood off, it disappears fairly quick and turns it basically into sawdust. Other thing I'm doing is sanding down the surface of the fiberglass to get to fresh fiberglass. You'll see that the brownish coat disappears and you get a gray coat. And what the gray coat is, it's a braided fiberglass so that I can get a secondary bond. When I go to put the new wood in, I'll basically put down a first layer of chop strand mat and then put in a new piece of wood, also coated with fiberglass. And you need to get a secondary bond, so I have to clean off that old adhesive that was used to hold the existing wood on. So that as you go through, you'll see that I'm slowly getting rid of the old wood and prepping the surface for the new fiberglass that will new fiberglass and the new wood that will be put on this piece of decking after I put it back in. Okay, we've got one section of floor ready for a new piece of wood. There's another one here. I've got a couple more. I'm not really going to show those to you. It's all the same. This is just an angle grinder with a 36 grit flap disc. And this is the handy dandy Harbor Freight vibrating cutter with a carbide blade. And this is a bigger Rockwell. It's got a wood cutting blade on it. This one's getting a little dull, but that's the tool plus the claw hammer and the pry bar, and that equals one big pile of wood. Okay, I will keep going here with sections of flooring. I'm going to put a new piece of wood. I'll make a new solid piece of wood for this, and we'll fiberglass it back into the boat. Well, I'm going to wrap this video up for this week. Next week, I'm going to work more on kind of finishing up the demo part on the boat here of the rotted wood, and hopefully start putting in some new wood. I look forward to that. Start fixing things instead of taking things apart. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.